All right, what's happening, everybody? So, it is Monday, December 8th. History trivia. Bit of history. We entered World War II 84 years ago today, after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Rest in peace again. I hope for the day that I can go check out Hawaii, Pearl Harbor, if you're allowed in there, because it's a military base. But anyway, it's Monday. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. Typically, I would feel sick. I'd feel like shit. But I think I slept pretty good this morning this time. I slept pretty good. And, yeah, you know, I'm just ready to just knock out this week. Knock out today, especially. Friday, I get out earlier. And then this weekend, I'm going to go eat some big dinner with Mike. So that's exciting. But with that being said, pretty much I already summed up the weekend with the videos that I made. I got more base videos to upload on my phone. I had to switch to my iPad because, you know, iMovie and all that. So I had to switch to the iPad, and I was able to somewhat make a decent video with the bass amp. The bass Fender Rumble 150. It is fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. It is super cool. But my only concern about it is that it crackles sometimes. It does the same thing the Boss Katana 50 does, Mark II. 50 Mark II does. It'll play, and then it'll crackle, and then it'll go quiet. That's a problem. That's a problem, because that's why I wanted to get rid of the whatchamacallit. I'm not racing this Tesla. I'm not even in a rush to get to work. I left really early. I left at like 5:15. And I'm getting there by like 5:50. So I'm not even in a rush. Why does it want me to go that way? It's weird. It wants me to go down Waller Road. Kind of strange. I mean, I'll go down that way anyway, but I mean, see, either way, I'm still going to make it there by 5:50. That's weird that it wanted me to go that way. I feel like it'd take more time having to get around, but anyway, so yeah, the Fender Rumble will crackle from time to time, and then the bass will stop playing, and you could like mildly hear it playing, and then when you slap the bass, like slap the strings, that right back into place, and now you can hear yourself play again. And so certain modes it does that, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's a problem. The loudest you can play on a bass amp, which I don't want to do that, but I'm just saying hypothetically, it should not be giving you hell, because that's what it's made for. You know what I mean? It's made to work properly regardless, no matter how loud you play it, no matter what setting you have it on. And that Fender Rumble kind of gives a bit of issues with that. So I'll probably tell Wade, yeah, I'm just borrowing it. I'll just borrow it for the meantime, though. And then maybe I'll try to get my own amp, you know, a new amp. What I want is a Marshall, but Marshalls are fucking expensive, which I didn't even know that. I thought Marshalls were cheap amps. Because at work, one of the office people there, I've never met the person in that office, does have a Marshall amp, but it's just a guitar amp. Just hanging out there in their office, and I'm staring at it every time, because it's a nice amp, but it looks like a cheap amp. But seeing everybody play Marshalls, man, I'm just like, oh man, maybe Marshalls are a big fucking deal. So I'm hoping to get a Marshall or something down the line. But all in time. I just need to one thing after another. If not, a Fender amp like that one new is good enough, really, to start. Plus, I think studios have amps too, so I could probably just get an amp just for a gig if we ever have the confidence to do a gig. Because I told Jake that Jake's too scared to do shit like that, and I don't blame him, because you got to have a long time of making music and practicing before you could even think about doing a gig, unless you really have the confidence and want to start off. Because there are bands and people who start off with their careers doing gigs and stuff, but I would rather not. I'd rather just start with doing videos. And whatnot, But again, that's all in time. I still gotta get the Rickenbacker done. But yeah, if I had to make an overall final statement on the bass guitar or the bass amp, it's good enough for right now. It's good enough for right now. I think it's good to practice in general. So, but if I want to actually have a bass to like do stuff with, like gig or go to a friend's garage or a friend's house or a studio, even though they got amps in their studios, I assume already, I'm probably gonna want to just keep that bass amp as a simple practice amp, so, but it's still pretty cool though. It's still really cool. I just wish it wasn't crackling like that, but that's only if you like really kick the shit into overdrive, I guess, which, that's what I like. So my little way mode sound that I've really took a liking to is the when you click overdrive and then you put the gain and the other one up. I forgot what it was called. The gain and the something, I forgot. I had it in my head and I forgot. But I took a picture of it. It's on my bass amp video. But whatever you do, don't put it with fucking Morley Power Wah, because then it causes your shit to really start screeching, and that shit sucks too. I hate that shit. I don't know how to get that perfect Power Wah sound, because like, I don't know if it's just the pedal that I have, but like that Power Wah is not really 100% all that great, which is why I'm debating on trading it for like a Crybaby or that tribute Power Wah, at Guitar Center. Get some store credit or some shit like that, So but yeah, try to see if I could get some store credit. It was cool having it though when it was, at least I got to say I had a Power Wah. What if I can get the Cliff Burton Power Wah with more switches and sound and stuff, then effects, then that'd be great, But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll have to take some time to figure it out though. What I want for sound, I just need to get the Rickenbacker done. That's all I'm really focused on right now. But we shall see where things go. But with that being said, yeah, it's pretty cool to practice on for the meantime. So, on the other hand, the weekend came and went. It was pretty good. Wasn't too boring. I heard a bit about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, and I am This is just my personal opinion. I didn't see it, but I had to ask Gabby and Justin the one fucking question. And I fucking called it. I fucking called it. I knew they were going to do it. I told Kyle they were going to fucking do it. And what's that? Did they use that fucking horrid ass song at the end of the movie of the second game? I don't know what I was thinking of leaving my child behind. Now I suffer the curse and now I am blind. Fuck. Did they use that fucking song? They did. Oh my God, bro. As soon as I looked it up, I was hoping it was fake. But they did. They used that song. So I'm really glad I didn't bother seeing it in the movie, honestly. I would have been more irritated than a mother to waste my money on that movie and to hear other idiots sing that song in the audience. I would have been a little more frustrated if I went, honestly. Don't get me wrong. I used to love that shit when I was a kid, but it just started fucking going downhill for me with that stuff. I started hating that shit over time, man. I got tired of hearing it. I got tired of the YouTube videos people were making about it, the fan videos. And then other assholes were making other songs about it. And it was just like, oh my God, dude, the game is not that special. You know what I mean? It's cool for what it was, but it's not worth all the hype that it had. But the movie's good, though. The first movie, I did like the movie. But what fucked it up for me was that fucking song at the end of the movie. That's what fucked it up for me with the first movie. When I heard that fucking, we're waiting every night and finally, I was just like, oh my God, did they have to use this song? It was going so good up to literally the end credits, dude. I was so irritated when I heard that song. I was just like, oh man, really? Really? Did they have to use that song? That song never escapes Five Nights at Freddy's. And Blumhouse, they're just trying to feed these annoying little fans, you know, and it's ridiculous, honestly. They're just trying to fucking feed these little annoying children fans, and it's dog shit, honestly. It's dog shit. I can't stand that, man. Make the songs original, you know what I mean? Just make original music. Don't, you know, if you're gonna make a horror movie, don't use the game version of that song. It's like making a Friday the 13th game. Well, I mean, actually, the Friday the 13th game, I can't use that one, because they use the songs from the movies. They didn't try to make their own fucking fan songs, or nothing like that. Or, let me think of another one. Outlast was pretty good. But no one was making fan themes and stupid ass shit about Outlast. So, I don't know. I guess Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm kind of cornered with that. But, like I said, it's not for everybody. It's just my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. I'm not trying to dog Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Even though no one would really care. That's the point. And, you know, I'm sure the movie was good, though. I do want to see the movie. I just hate those songs that they use, man. I hate Living Tombstone with a fucking passion. And they're not bad songwriters. They're not bad songwriters. The songs are well made. It's just, it's like Imagine Dragons. I like Imagine Dragons. I used to love Imagine Dragons. I don't love Imagine Dragons, but I used to like their songs. Radioactive. I used to love songs like that. But then you hear Believer, you know, you hear that shit everywhere, and it would be so irritating, you know. They would play those Imagine Dragons songs everywhere, and I was just like, oh my God, dude, please. You know what I mean? It was just overly used, involving a certain category of stuff. Five Nights at Freddy's, Living Tombstone has to be hiding somewhere. A YouTuber has to be hiding somewhere too. I heard Corey Kenshin's back on there. Why? Why do you gotta put YouTubers in the movie, man? They make enough playing fucking video games. They don't need to make more off of just sitting there for 5 seconds on the screen so everybody could scream like it's fucking Tobey Maguire. What, you know what I mean? It's stupid to me. And honestly, it's just, the whole premise of just gaming and getting famous and making money off of that is just stupid to me. You know? But kids don't understand that, so. But anyway, I haven't seen the movie overall. I just heard about it, and I had to ask that one simple question. Is that god-awful song in the movie? And it was. So, I'm just going to wait till it comes out for free. I'm not going to pay any money to see it. I'm glad I didn't pay any money to see it, because I knew that song would have pissed me off and irritated me for the rest of the night. It would have irritated me for the rest of the night. And in reality, you ain't going to please everybody. So that's why I'm just like, you know, the movie really wasn't meant for me anyway, because, you know, it's like live action Moana. You got idiots who think that movie's gonna be good. It's just like, there's no reason for a live action Moana. But there are idiots who are gonna pay for that movie. So there's just, you know, Disney's not gonna listen to most of the people. They're only gonna listen to the few that do like it, but in reality, that's the point. There's gonna be, nobody's gonna like everything, you know what I mean? You're gonna have people who do like something, you're gonna have people who don't, you know, that's just the way the weenie wobbles. So, but other than that, it was a good weekend. I'm not mad about Five Nights at Freddy's, it's just I haven't got a chance to talk about it, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna pay to watch that movie because of that damn song. I'm coming up to the gate, so one sec. Okay. But I wouldn't doubt it's a good movie, though. I wouldn't doubt Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was really good. I wouldn't doubt it. Because I did like the first movie. I will say that. The first movie was good, but I like it because it's different from the games. That's why I like the movies. You know what I mean? Because they're different from the games. They're new premise, same characters, but different outlooks and premises to the movies, which is why I actually like the first movie. But when they played that song, that's what killed it for me. When they played that Living Tombstone song, that's what really fucking did it for me. I guarantee when they make a third movie, it's going to be that, and in my opinion, the second song of Living Tombstone for Five Nights at Freddy's is the best one, I will admit. But again, I can't stand Living Tombstone. I can't stand any of the Five Nights at Freddy's songs, or any of Living Tombstone's dubstep crappy ass music. But again, it's not crappy. It's just, I just don't like that kind of music. And but yeah, the first song is the worst in my opinion. The third follows right behind it. I can't stand the songs from the third game. I can't stand that one either, but the second one's the best one. But again, I can't stand it either. You know, I can't stand it either. I'd rather listen to the second one than any of the other ones. But yeah, I wish they wouldn't add the video game songs into the... Oh shit, let's turn this down. It's fucking hot in here. You know what I mean? But anyway, I have yet to see it still. I do want to see it. I'm just not going to pay to see it. So, I'll wait until next year for it to come out. Hope that's not a cop behind me. So, yeah, you know, other than that, it was a good weekend. Just ready to knock this week flat on its ass. I leave early on Friday for a doctor's appointment to check on my nose. It'd be cool if they would let me use a couple hours of my sick bay, because, you know, that'd be nice. And then next month, I will finally get into my benefits and stuff like that. I guess it was at the 6 months, not 6 months from my 3-month waiting period for benefits and stuff like that. I can't believe that, we're close to 5 months already. That's crazy, man. It's coming up to almost 5 months since I started working at that hospital. I didn't think I'd last this long, honestly. I'm surprised I even last this long. Shit. 5 fucking months already, huh? Wow. Man. I've been away from the dining hall for almost 3 months. Well, 2 months actually. Yeah, because when I started there, I was there from July to October 20th. July 20th to October 20th, I think. 21st, July 21st to October 20th. I was in the dining hall, so that's exactly literally 3 months, right? And then from October 20th to Thanksgiving-ish, the week before Thanksgiving, November 20th. So about a month I was at Winder. And then Thanksgiving up till now. So this is like my third week already. Because last week was the first week I was by myself. The week before was Thanksgiving. And it was Laura still. And then at Friday by myself. And then the week before that, I was with Laura the whole week. And then the Friday before that. So this is technically my 4th week of being on these new buildings that I'm at. Yeah, I'll let it get to close to 5:51-ish, and then I'll go and clock in at like 5:56, 5:57 and go. Yeah, I put 6 o'clock on the paper, but, they mark it anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to end here. I didn't realize I was almost 23 minutes. Yeah, hope y'all have a good week. Oh, shit. I'll make a part 2, because there's other stuff I want to talk about, too. So, yeah.